All right, everybody out there in the Craft Chest Nation, is Craft Chest here with Fallon, who's going to be spectating this from the Gods of Games, and she's thinking silently. Thank you very much. While I can make this video, and what we're going to be talking about today is something that I've actually had more people than I thought thank me for revisiting the A10 7890K build. And this right here is a fresh build. Just got done with it earlier this week, and I'm very pleased at the performance of this yet again. And this right here is a completely new build at right at $400. I did the math on it, and even with the items not on sale, as I called them on sale, it was way cheaper when they were on sale, but even the items that I caught that were not on sale, you can still get this computer with an operating system for right at $430, okay? Depends on what kind of deals you can catch up on. You don't have to go with the exact case, the exact power supply, the exact hard drive. What this build is surrounded around, though, is the A10 7890K and making sure that everything is DirectX 12 capable, which it is. I have verified this. I've even so far as gone to install the Vulkan server on here, which did with the drivers, the Crimson drivers automatically. And we'll be getting into some testing on gameplay directly after this video. As a matter of fact, I might actually just stream this to twitch.tv /12th Power Gaming. You'll see a link right down here. I'll be sure and put it in the description for you so that you can catch this. Now, I will be only doing this afternoon for a couple of hours, doing some tests on different games with the A10 7890K, and then we're going to swap back over and put the RX 480 build with the X4 880K back on the stream. But let's have a look at this, all right? First of all, we went with the DIY, and I have a parts list up here that I'm going to be showing you after I do, a tour of this actual tower. Now, understand the price of this computer is just the tower. Monitor, keyboard, mouse, none of that is actually counted on the price, okay? So keep that in mind. But for a gamer on a budget, this right here is an awesome solution, and you won't be disappointed. All right, so we have the DIY F2 white case right here. As you can see, I've taken the side off, which this is what the side looks like. It does have a clear window. I haven't even removed the plastic on this. That's how new this computer is. On the inside of this PC, and I'm going to actually show you the inside and then go over to parts list. So here we go. Inside of it right here. And I know my voice is going to be a little bit more muffled, but as you can see, we have the EVGA 600 watt power supply. We have the Western Digital, which this hard drive here, now here's something interesting. I don't think this hard drive is available right now. I'm not going to deep dive and go try to find it. But this hard drive, whenever I paid for it, was right at 50 bucks. So here's the suggestion whenever we go over to parts list, is I'm going to suggest a different hard drive, and then you can add a storage drive later on down the road. Right now, this is what I had. I was trying to save me a buck or two, so I went with a drive that I know works on a different PC. We formatted it and used it in this build. This one happens to be a Western Digital Black 640 gig that I got for about $50, if I recall correctly, when it was on sale. I think it was like last Black Friday or something I bought this hard drive, but there you go. The motherboard is the BioStar. Let me get over here to this tab. The BioStar A68 MD Pro socket FM2 with the AMD A70M SATA 6 gig 3.0 ATX motherboard right here. As you can see, it's a tiny motherboard. You could actually go with a compact case with this build. And then, of course, we have the Team Dark, which I love this RAM. This is just the RAM that I prefer to use. 16 gigs of that. 2400 overclock, as you see right up there. It's red. Let me see if I can get a better look at that RAM. Yeah, there it is right there. And then, finally, the piece la resistance, the A10 7890K. But that completes this build. And there you go. Now, this is an optics-free build. Because I don't know too many people out there. I can't remember the last time I've actually used an optic drive, DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. And I know there's a lot of people out there that use theirs for their entertainment center and what have you. If you prefer to do that, like I said before, you'll have to choose a different case. But we're going to have one more look on the inside of this. All right, there's a pretty look. And yeah, I could probably tighten up on cable management and what have you. Okay, there we go. And that's pretty much the build, everybody. Now let's go over to parts list, which I'm going to go over here. I hope I have the right scene set up. Let's go over to the number 1. I do indeed. And I can just leave myself up there in the upper right corner. Let's start over here and go over the prices. We have the DIY F2 white case, $35. The BioStar motherboard. Now this right here is an interesting motherboard simply because it specifically is made for A-series and X4 processors. It even says Athlon 2 on there. But I did some research on it and read up on this motherboard. This is like the newest of the new for the A10s. Alright? Now I know people's going to say, well, you can get the 78s and the 88s and what have you and Bolton 4 and all the revisions. This one right here is specifically made for the A-series processors to work most efficiently. And the reason why is because of right here. The overclock RAM capabilities of this goes all the way up to 2600, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is just under the tier of the 3200. I think there's a 3000 and a 3200, which primarily is used by people that use like i7s, i5s, and what have you. Now, don't quote me on that, but that's just the research that I've done on it. But this motherboard, for the price of $48, and I caught it on sale for $40, all right? I got it $40 and like 38 cents in my house, all right? The hard drive right here, this is the thing. Now, my hard drive was right at $50 when I got it on sale, okay? What I would suggest, and I have this in my primary build, my gaming PC that you're actually seeing right now, is the PNY, and I actually run the 240. Now, if you want to go a few more dollars and you want to get to 240, it's $64.99. Well worth the price. It'll hold a few games, not many, but it'll hold a few games if you prefer to go with a solid state, both operating system and gaming drive, okay? That's just me. Personally, if it was me getting one new and I was on a budget, I would get the 120 and then take an old drive out of an old PC that has some storage capability, you know, especially one that's got 64 megabyte cache or better, and go with the 120 gig and put a storage drive on it. All right, the processor, of course, the A10 7890K, $148.99, and then the RAM, $85 right at for Team Dark. And like I said, I love this RAM, and here's the main reason why. It has an unconditional lifetime warranty on it. Plus, they're clocking on this out of the box. If you go into the BIOS, you know, you set it up and you tell the BIOS, hey, I have overclock RAM. We want to go with the extreme version. And there you go. That's the main reason. And most UCFI BIOS these days do have that function to where it'll you know, like default clock to 1333, and you have to go in there and activate and tell it to do the full capability of your RAM. But Team Dark is what I love to use, $85. Now here's one that I got actually on sale for $29. And yes, this is a refurbished power supply, but it does come with a replacement warranty. I have come to trust certain things whenever it comes to refurbished, because a lot of times refurbished is somebody buys it, didn't work for what they wanted, or the cables were wrong, they didn't like the cable management or whatever, they box it back up, they ship it back, say something's wrong with it. You know how people are. And then all they do is go, well, let's test it out, see if something's wrong with it. If not, we'll rebox it, sell it as refurbished. That's all that means half the time. Reconditioned or rebuilt, that's totally different. It just depends on if it's electronics or power equipment or what have you. All right, so that right there is what I went with, and you can buy the same thing for $40. And I think I did this one at their price. I'm not sure. It won't let me actually go over here and look at it. But you can catch this on sale, even better than that at times. And then once again, operating systems, that's totally on you. If you don't have the money to go with an OEM disc or what have you, I would suggest checking out this website called Kingwin, or Kingwin, where you can catch software keys and insurance can be purchased for like $1 on this website to make sure that the software works. And you can get Windows keys for about Windows 10 professional keys for $29, Windows Home will not unlock full capability just like it wouldn't on Windows 7. And right here, Windows 7 Professional OEM, if you're a Windows 7 fan such as myself, and I'm sorry for everybody out there that are Windows 10 fanboys, but the messages and posts keep coming up every single day about the problems and problems and problems and problems that people come up with Windows 10. So I'll just stick with Windows 7 until 2021 whenever they stop supporting it. All right, this right here you could purchase for $23. You know, just under $24 for a Windows 7 Professional Keys Service Pack 1. And that's important because all the games out there right now and certain softwares need Service Pack 1. So that's very important to be sure that you that you get that. But that's neither here nor there. Software, operating systems, that's all on you. That's all on what you want to do with that. And then let's come back over here to the camera. And what you doing? You still thinking? Yeah. All right. I'll be done, and then you can think out loud once again. All right. But anyway, that's the full build right there. Total price. Did I bring that up? Let's go back over here and have a look at that. Total price as this sits with the calculations of the tabs open is right at $400. As you can see right here, $400 and 5 cents. 5 cents. What? I can't even read. $405 as I have the tabs open right there. And like I said, the operating system, that's on you. And it'll be anywhere from $405 to $430 depending on which one you choose. All right, so that's it. That's the build, everybody. And now we're going to come back over here. We're going to have one more look at this amazing tower, all right, for a gamer on a budget. Now, this right here, I will say, is very impressive as far as its render capabilities for even watching media, such as movies. I've gone to Amazon Prime and watched my Batman versus Superman. I've watched, the Star Wars, with The Force Awakens. And I also have Deadpool and several other movies and sound. I just wanted a full, immersion as far as what it could do entertainment-wise. And I do have a sound bar, and I didn't even pay for the sound bar. We're going to have to visit that one day because that's very impressive, that sound bar, for the price on that. And what else did we do? We actually played Doom on DirectX 12, which you'll be seeing that very shortly. I'm about to take this tower, hook it up over here, fire up the live stream. And if you don't catch the live stream, don't worry, because I will be making clips and, importing them over here to YouTube so that you can watch what this computer can do. So all the future gameplay videos that you see from now, I will be actually posting them up. A10 7890K, Doom test, H1Z1 test, etc., etc., okay? So stay tuned for that. And if you'd like to catch the live stream or know when we're going live, be sure and follow me on Twitter. That is the best way. It's twitter.com/craftchest and on twitch.tv, which is 12th Power Gaming. All right? Because I lost my Craft Chest channel a long time ago for copyright. Yeah, man. That long old story. And just never got my name back. I don't know. I could probably appeal it now. I've been a good boy for years. All right. It is a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun and stay tuned for some gameplay, everybody. Woo! Fallon.